here. So today I got a really special treat for you guys. It's going to be a video that I think will really help out a lot of you and really will be something that I think will be nice to have on this channel that I can kind of point towards for people in the future. And it's really all about how to... What's up guys, it's me, Jeremy. So today I got a really special treat for you guys. It's going to be a video that I think will really help out a lot of you and really will be something that I think will be nice to have on this channel that I can kind of point towards for people in the future. And it's really all about how to get views when you've got 0 subscribers, or if you're starting a new channel from scratch, or really just fit that sort of category or criteria in any way, shape, or form. So let's hop right into it. I'll talk about which methods I personally use on our new channels that we start from scratch and which ones we specifically focus on. And I think we're going to be doing this in order of effectiveness with the most powerful ones first. So number one, the best way to get views in my opinion when you have a new channel or if you're just a new YouTuber is from YouTube search results. Now the thing about YouTube search results is that it's actually not a majority of the views on the platform like you might expect it to be. Probably around, I want to say maybe 10, sometimes maybe 8 or 15% at most are the amount of views that you would get from search when you have a typically very large channel. Search results are great because number one, anyone can access them, and when I say anyone, I mean literally anyone, any channel, any genre, anything. And number two, the reason why it's so good for you if you're watching this video is because larger YouTubers do not try to target search results because the views you can get from search results are insignificant for larger YouTubers. So there's going to be less competition. Now targeting search results, you definitely don't want to go for big keywords. Like I'm not going to target League of Legends or Valorant or Overwatch or finance or how to get views on YouTube, for example, with this video. But you want to go for search terms that are very niche. What I personally use to research keywords for search results is a tool called vidIQ. It's completely free. You can download it for Chrome or Firefox or really just any browser. It's just a browser extension, and I just kind of use their data and tools that they have. It essentially provides some advanced data metrics for keywords on YouTube. So it'll show you, for example, how often a word is searched, how much competition there is for the word, and how many people are kind of making videos about it. And so you essentially want to look for something that has at least some level of viewership, but actually like zero competition whatsoever. And then you can use that to get your initial, first few thousand views or so. So that way you can snowball into getting actual natural growth. Number two is going to be Google search results, actually. Now this is one that I think a lot of people don't really think about. But of course when you Google search something, videos do show up, and it does try to show you like a good amount of videos for that term. For example, if you search League of Legends on Google, you're going to get probably a good amount of videos from YouTube about League of Legends. And the thing is that those search results on Google can actually be ranked fairly easily, especially if you're making niche content, you're doing unique things. There's a lot of things that you could search on Google where no videos would show up. So you could get your videos into the Google search results and rank those terms, and eventually it'll carry over pretty well. I think in my experience, it's definitely not as much viewership as the YouTube search results, but it is definitely still equally as relevant and equally as accessible for new creators. This is one that you'll probably just access automatically if you're... Now number three is to share your videos within forums, communities, websites, Facebook groups, just things that revolve around and are relevant to your content. You're probably not going to get a ton of views this way, but I think if you're being really involved in those communities, you're adding value to the people, you're not just sharing your videos and just, effing off and doing your own thing. Now the fourth way to get views when you have 0 subscribers is through Reddit. Now Reddit is definitely a very interesting one in my opinion. Now, I actually used Reddit a lot to grow my very first channel ever. It was one of the best ways that I got started on YouTube, I think almost 9 years ago. The thing with Reddit is that you can't just post your videos to Reddit and expect to get views. Well, I guess you can if you're wanting to get like 100 views or 200 views, but if you want a video to like really go viral and get like 50,000, 100,000 on Reddit, which is definitely possible, and I have done that before, you have to sort of like make really specific niche content for a very specific targeted audience. What I did with Reddit, in my experience, I made League of Legends videos, and what I did was I found these like really cool, super unique tricks within the game that nobody else had ever covered before or made videos about that were also like really useful, really easy to do, and just really powerful. And I made like a really quick like 2-3 minute video about it and just posted it to Reddit, and it just got a bunch of upvotes and did really well. That's the kind of content that does well on Reddit. It's pretty decent for gaming channels, I would say, but for channels outside of gaming, it's maybe a little bit more difficult. For comedy channels, it's probably doable as well, but it kind of depends on your style of content. One of the most important ways to having success on that platform and getting views there is to sort of have something set up to help you get like the initial 10 or 20 upvotes on your posts. One thing you could do is you could just get your friends to upvote your Reddit posts, or there's also like websites online that sell upvotes. I think you can get like 10 upvotes for like $2 or something like that. So you could try maybe doing that or something like that. I think if you're just starting, and especially if you're making really good content, Reddit is definitely a really good option. Number 5. Now this one's really interesting to me. This was actually, I learned this from a YouTuber who does the channel PUBG TV. He's got like 2 million subscribers or something like that. The guy who does that channel, Luke McMahon, he's a really cool guy, makes some really cool videos, and PUBG TV is an amazing YouTube channel for sure. And he actually showed me this trick, and I thought it was really cool and really clever, and it works for gaming channels only, and that is to post your videos in the Steam communities. Steam videos. That's kind of crazy, but if you actually look into it, videos can actually get, if you're at the top of a section within your game on Steam, you can actually get 10, maybe 20,000 just from having your video at the top of the section on Steam. And essentially what he did was he bought likes for the posts that he made, because on Steam, the video section isn't really active. People don't really comment on it or like posts or check out new posts. They kind of just watch what's at the top of the section. So what he did was he posted his videos, and then there's websites online that you could find that he would buy likes for the Steam posts from for like $5 for like 30 likes or something like that. And then his videos would get like 20, 30,000 views as a result. And that was one of the ways that he got his initial viewership on his channel. Number 6 is posting your videos to your personalized social medias, like just your Facebook account, your Twitter, your Instagram, really just whatever you've got with your circle of friends. Now, you're obviously not going to get a lot of views that way. You might get like 100 or 2 at best. But the thing is that actually with these kind of outlets, you can get really interesting views in the sense that you can kind of get people to give you feedback, give you a lot more like intense reviews of your content. Is you really need to create that sort of feedback loop for your videos so that you can get better, and that getting better at your content is really going to take you to the next level and just helps you out so much. I did that until I had probably like 100,000 subscribers on my first channel. I was doing that kind of stuff. So it definitely makes a big difference. It adds up and really snowballs in the end. And that's kind of the whole goal, right? So another way you can get views on YouTube is paid Google ads or paid YouTube ads. Now this is something that isn't really ideal. It's honestly not that great, but it is definitely a way to get views. It's not really great because the thing is that it doesn't really help you transition your video into natural growth, because the watch time, the interaction, and really just the overall metrics of the video when you get the views through ads are really not going to be that great compared to if you got like 1,000 views by sharing your video on Reddit or with your friends on Facebook, for example. I have messed around with this a little bit. I think I spent maybe like $20 or $30 to get a video a few thousand views, and then a couple months later it was at like maybe 10,000 total. So the ads maybe resulted in me getting like 3,000 or 4,000 natural views from search results and just promotion and stuff. So you could definitely try it out, mess around with it. Now number 8 is through collaborations with other YouTubers, and this comes down to collaborations, promotions, as well as partnerships. Now this is a pretty cool one, but the thing is if you have 0 subscribers, it's probably not that easy for you to do, probably not that accessible. It just comes down to really being able to provide value and make really amazing content. If you can do something truly special for someone else's channel, they'll be happy to collaborate with you. Doesn't matter how many subscribers you have. I've personally seen it myself many times. I've seen many YouTubers grow this way. It's definitely possible. It's just not necessarily easy. Now, number 9 is, of course, the one that everyone hates, the one that everyone complains about, and that is by commenting on popular videos. And I think there's actually quite a few people who do this. And I gotta say, it kind of works. I know it's really like cringe and kind of annoying, and honestly, I think nobody really likes to be the guy who's like commenting on other people's videos saying like, hey, check out my video. So the trick to this actually is you want to just go to other people's videos and just leave normal comments. Make good comments that get liked, that get upvoted in the comment section, and then maybe some people will check out your videos. One thing that works really well for this is if you kind of name your channel after what your content is. So let's say you make, videos about League of Legends. You could call yourself Jeremy, League of Legends Guides, Tips and Tricks. And then you go to other League of Legends videos and you just make normal good comments, and if your comments get liked by a lot of people and they kind of get shown at the top, people will see them and they'll read your channel name, and because they read your channel name, they'll be like, oh, this guy's doing some guides and tricks and stuff, maybe I'll check it out. You're definitely not going to get a lot of these this way, but you might get some, and to be honest, it is how I ended up getting, I think, my first 30 ever subscribers on YouTube, so maybe you can check it out, give it a shot. Alright, now number 10, hopefully if you made it this far, hit that like button. Thank you guys so much, I really appreciate all the support. Anyways, number 10 for this video, definitely the best way to get views if you don't have 0 subscribers, and that is just through natural growth and the promotion through YouTube's algorithm. This is definitely what you want to focus on if you have any semblance whatsoever of viewership on YouTube already. Of course, it's not as easily accessible for channels with 0 subscribers, but you definitely can still get there. I know you can. I've done it myself. It's very possible. The trick is that when you have a new channel, your videos just aren't going to blow up instantly. That's really all it comes down to. When you have a new channel, essentially what happens is that with the YouTube algorithm, it'll show your video to maybe like 10 people, 5 people, and after like a week or two, maybe it'll show to a bit more if it performed well with the initial group, and then it kind of just keeps doing this sort of like test promotion before it finally eventually like gets you some actual real viewership. And when you're a new channel, the thing is your videos have to pass like 3 or 4 different test phases within the YouTube algorithm. And so when you have a new channel, essentially what that just means is that natural growth is still very possible for you. It's just going to take like quite literally months for your videos to sort of ferment within the YouTube system. That's really all it comes down to. Anyway, this video wasn't really meant to be a guide, although some points I did go a lot more in depth on than others. The ones I did go more in depth on I thought were probably a lot more important. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely hit that like button. Thank you so much for watching. You know, subscribe for more videos if you want to see some follow-ups to this one in the future, or really just more tips and tricks for how to grow your YouTube channel in 2020 and beyond, as well as how to make money on YouTube and grow, especially if you're making gaming content. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate all the support and comments that have happened so far. You know, I'm kind of just doing this channel as like a fun side project. Obviously, I have my own crazy variety of channels that we do that is really my main focus, but it's fun to just make these videos on the side. You know, maybe if it takes off eventually I can do something with it, but I'm just kind of enjoying myself now. So thanks for watching, appreciate you guys, stay safe, and peace.